Hey there, friends, brothers, and fellows. This is Inside the Lodge, and I'm your host, Jim Wiles, and what I intend to do on this channel is explain all things Masonic, whether it be Blue Lodge, York Rite, Scottish Rite, the Shrine. I'm going to do my best to answer any questions, and all questions, any and all. So, a question that I have not exactly heard, but have had yelled at me in a way is Masonry a religion? Now, the way that I first was brought into this kind of question was I was getting involved with a girl I liked a while ago, and her family, someone in her family, a woman, was involved with a guy who was pretending to be a Mason. He was goth. He was, what all did she say? She said that he said that Masons sacrifice, we kidnap people, we're evil, nasty devil worshippers. And I said, well, how do you know he was a Mason? And she said, well, Jim, he had an apron. So I said, you know, you can go online and buy probably 1,000 aprons if you wanted to. You can buy an apron online. Just because you have an apron, it doesn't make you a Mason. Your 3 degrees make you a Mason. So this guy obviously wasn't a Mason. He was just pretending. That's just how that goes. So I was presented with, are we Satanist? No, we're not Satanist. Are we a religion? Absolutely not. We are not a religion. The reason that I think this is actually questioned so much, are we a religion and are we Satanist, is because we are open to all religions. One of the few requirements to be a Mason, apart from being a man freeborn of good report and well recommended, is that you believe in a supreme deity. That is done so that you have someone to swear your obligation to, and that's something else I'd like to mention. We do not swear oaths in Masonry. There are no oaths, particularly no blood oaths, but in no way are there oaths. They are obligations. They are different. The Bible forbids oaths, so we don't take oaths. We take obligations. We do so on the Holy Bible with our God. Now, if you're a Muslim, you can have the Quran put on the altar. If you're a Jewish man, you can have the Torah. If you're a Buddhist, you can have your book. If you're an Odinist, you can have the Havamal. You don't have to, but you can. If you ask and bring one in, you can. Now, of course, the Holy Bible has to stay on the altar because that is technically a piece of furniture in the lodge. Now, what I mean by that is it's a symbol. That's all I mean. It's a symbol in Masonry, so we have to have the Holy Bible on the lodge, on the altar in the lodge. Particularly if the lodge is open, it has to be there, or you cannot open the lodge. And it has to be open with the square and compasses resting upon it. Now, what kind of Bible is it? It is a King James Masonic Bible. What does that mean? It does not mean that it says something completely different. It does not mean that it says anywhere that we are sun worshipers. It does not say anywhere that we worship Egyptian gods. I've seen videos of Masonic Bibles that have information about Egyptian gods. And of course, that must mean that we worship Egyptian gods. Well, no, it doesn't, because again, we don't have a particular religion. We are not a religion. The reason that it probably had one in there is the same reason that it has pictures of what we think that King Solomon's temple looks like. It's because it's mentioned in the Bible. Egyptian gods are mentioned in the Bible, and it's further knowledge on it. I see nothing wrong with extenuating your knowledge, learning. Even if it's not relevant to the religion, it's still kind of relevant because it's mentioned in the Bible. So what's wrong with learning a little bit more about what the people in the Bible are talking about? Absolutely nothing. Now, we are open to any religion. What that means is if you're a Christian, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Jewish man, we do not ask you. I think in some places they ask you what religion you are, but here they don't ask. I'm in North Carolina. I don't think anywhere in North Carolina in a regular lodge asks you what religion you are. Now, theoretically, you could be a Satanist and join Masonry. Now, I'm going to say, and I don't think I should say this, but I'm going to say it. If a Satanist petitions to join my lodge, they probably are not going to get in if someone finds out that they're a Satanist. Why? Because my lodge is mostly Christians. I know that there is a few Jewish men. I believe that there has been one Muslim man here before. I know that there is an Odinist here. But for the most part, we are Christian. And pretty much what we understand Satanists to be is not what we want reflected in the lodge. And we don't take people that we think would shine a bad light on Masonry. So could a Satanist join? Yes. At least here in this area, will they get in? Probably not. Now, if they're a good man, if we don't know that they're Satanist, yeah, they'll get in. But if they start, popping up on the news or on Facebook sacrificing goats or something, they're going to be out like that. I'm pretty sure of it. So, are we a religion? No. We're open to all religions. Do we have religious teachings? Well, that kind of differs on how you ask, or who you ask. Now, obviously, Masonry is open to all religions, thus we do not promote a specific religion. But the Christian belief is pretty heavily hinted upon. Does this mean that we are promoting the Christian belief? No. Does that mean that we use the Christian belief a lot? Yes, it does. Heaven is mentioned several times. Jacob's ladder is mentioned. King Solomon's temple, of course, that's no secret. Where is King Solomon's temple mentioned? In the Bible. He's the son of David. King Solomon was pretty important to us in Masonry. So, are we a religion? Absolutely not. Do we have religious aspects? Yes, we do. But most people don't like to talk or discuss about it or acknowledge it. It's not because we have a problem with religion. It's just because we don't want to seem like we are trying to be affiliated with any specific religion, thus anyone might feel unincluded or unwelcomed. That is certainly not what we wanted. This is just my kind of short answer. I could go on a lot farther about this, but this is about as far as I think needs to go. If anyone has any further questions, just drop them in the comments. But I think this pretty much covers, is Masonry a religion? And that is absolutely not. If you like the video, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, leave a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.